The question that echoes. What was before Allah? It's a question that confuses some, offends others, and fascinates those who dare to think deeper. But maybe the question isn't wrong. Maybe it's just incomplete. It comes from a mind shaped by time, a mind used to beginnings and endings. We are creatures of clocks, of sunrises and sunsets, of calendars, deadlines, and aging skin. To us, everything has a before and an after. So when we reflect on the Creator, we ask, what came before him? But Allah is not a character inside time's story. He is the author of time itself. This audiobook isn't here to hand you a one-line answer. It's a journey through reflection, reason, faith, and wonder. A journey into the truth that Allah does not exist within the universe. Rather, the universe exists within His will. Together, we'll explore what it means for Allah to be eternal. We'll reflect on why life has contrast and imbalance. We'll ask, is the universe a script? And what role do we play inside it? Science, faith, logic, and poetry all will sit at the same table. Because before Allah is not a question of time. It is a doorway to understanding purpose, self, and the unseen structure of everything. In Islamic belief, as in many other monotheistic faiths, Allah is eternal, meaning He has no beginning and no end. The idea of before Allah is actually a misunderstanding based on our limited human experience of time, because Allah created time itself. Here's a way to think about it. We humans live inside time. Everything we know, birth, aging, change, happens within the framework of time. But Allah exists beyond time. He is not bound by past, present, or future. So when someone asks, what was before Allah? The question itself doesn't apply because before is a time-based concept, and time didn't exist until Allah created it. Even always is too small for Allah. The concept of always is a limitation of human understanding, a word we use because we can't imagine timelessness. But for Allah, even always is a term too small, a speck, a breath, a dot. Allah always existed. It's a phrase we say with awe, but even then we don't fully grasp it, because always is still a word of time. And time is not a dimension that contains Allah. He created it. For us, always feels infinite. But to Allah, always is microscopic. We measure life in seconds and centuries. We understand beginnings and ends. But Allah is not inside the timeline. He is the creator of the timeline. He holds the past, present, and future like a page in His hand. To say Allah always existed is true, but incomplete, because there was no before or after Him. There is only Him. He is the first and the last, the manifest and the hidden. Surah Al-Hadid 57:3. Try explaining timelessness to someone who has never known anything but time. It's like explaining color to someone who's only ever seen black and white. They may laugh or argue or dismiss it. But it's not because the truth isn't there. It's because their head is too short to contain it. And that's okay. We are meant to bow before what we cannot contain. Not everything sacred must be fully understood. Some truths must be felt, not measured. Chapter 2. Time and the Human Illusion. Time exists because Allah willed it into existence. It didn't arise from matter, it didn't emerge from motion. It came because the author wrote, "Let there be time." Time exists because Allah wrote so. It is not a force, it is not an accident, it is not a God. It is a created thing, as created as light, wind, gravity, or the beating of your heart. Before the stars rotated, before the sun marked days, before clocks ticked, time did not exist. Then Allah said, "Be," and it began. Time is a divine decision, not a cosmic coincidence. He is the creator of the heavens and the earth. When He decrees a matter, He only says to it, "Be," and it is. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:117. So when people ask, what was before Allah? They don't realize they're using a created thing, time, to try and define the one who created it. It's like a shadow trying to measure the sun. You can't apply before and after to the one who designed those very ideas. Allah is not inside time. Time is inside His will. Chapter 3. Before time, there was His will. The next question always comes, then what was there before time? Was it nothing? But even nothing is a thing. Even void has meaning. Even silence has depth. And all of it He created. The silence before the universe wasn't an accident. It was authored. Like the quiet breath a writer takes before placing the first word on an empty page. Like the pause before the curtain rises on the grandest play ever imagined. Allah crafted that silence. He shaped the non-being so that He may bring being. He designed the vacuum. He created the concept of emptiness. Even space, which looks like nothingness to us, is built on His command. He did not emerge from the void. He created the void. So the answer isn't, there was nothing before time. The answer is, there was Allah. And whatever else there was, or wasn't, was only there because He willed it. This is what humans fail to grasp, because we think nothing means absence. But in Allah's design, even absence is a form of presence, a background for His script, a blank canvas prepared by the divine hand. A Quranic verse that captures Allah's timelessness, sovereignty, and the act of creation from nothing. Allah is the creator of all things, and He is, over all things, disposer of affairs. Surah Az-Zumar 39:62. This verse affirms that everything, whether existence, non-existence, matter, or void, belongs to Him. He is not just the creator of objects, but the one who controls the very idea of things. Chapter 4. If everything needs a cause, why not Allah? This question sounds clever. If everything has a cause, then what caused Allah? But it only sounds clever to a mind trapped in time and causality. Yes, in our universe, everything has a cause. A tree grows because a seed was planted. Rain falls because clouds formed. Stars are born because of gravity and fusion. This world runs on cause and effect. It's the rule written by the Creator. But here's the mistake. We apply the rule to the rulemaker. Allah is not part of the universe. He is not one of the things that needs a cause. He is uncaused, unmade, uncreated. He is not in the chain of dominoes. He is the one who placed them. He is not in the equation of physics. He is the author of the laws. He does not exist within existence. Existence exists within Him. A simple analogy. If a painter paints a world where every character is born from another, would you ask, who gave birth to the painter? Of course not, because the painter is not inside the painting. He exists outside the canvas. The Quran answers, He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to Him any equivalent. Surah Al-Ikhlas 112:3-4. This verse ends the question. Allah does not come from something. He simply is. The name Al-Awwal, the first, means there was nothing before Him. And the name Al-Qayyum, the sustainer, means everything depends on Him, but He depends on nothing. So why doesn't Allah need a cause? Because needing is a sign of weakness. And Allah is perfect. Because being caused means there was a time when you did not exist. And Allah is eternal, because the question is built on a law He created. And you can't chain the Creator inside His own creation. Causality bends where Allah stands. It's like saying the laws collapse in front of the lawgiver. Gravity, time, space, cause, they all begin after His will. So no, Allah does not need a cause, because cause is a rule He created, not a rule He obeys. He is not within the chain of causes. He holds the chain in His hand. Causality bends where Allah stands. The moment you reach Him in the search for origins, the rules break, time fades, and logic bows. Not because He is irrational, but because He is above reason, above time, above cause. He does not enter into systems. He authors them. Chapter 5. The first truth. He simply is. They say, He simply is? That's not an answer, but it is. It is the only answer that doesn't collapse under its own weight. In math, there are axioms, statements we accept without proof because without them, math falls apart. In logic, there are laws, such as the law of identity and non-contradiction. You don't prove them. They are starting points. Truth begins there, and in reality, there must also be a starting point, a first truth. A being that was never made, never began, never came into being, because if everything was made, then we enter an infinite regress, a loop that never ends, and nothing would ever begin. But the universe exists. You exist, so something had to be unmade, uncaused, eternal. That first truth is Allah. He simply is isn't a lazy answer. It's the logical end of all thinking. The mind stands at the edge of reason and finds that Allah is already there. A Quranic root for the first truth. Allah, there is no deity except Him, the ever-living, the sustainer of all existence. Surah Al-Baqarah 2255, Ayat al-Kursi. He is the first and the last, the ascendant and the intimate, and He is of all things knowing. Surah Al-Hadid 57:3. He is Al-Awwal, the first, the foundation of existence, the one who must exist, so anything else can.